Hello there, this is as promised, the English version of MGTOW. In the beginning, I would like to point out that this topic is about Western society, which has made great strides in supporting women. We see the feminist movement developed with time to produce extreme feminist movements to the extent that it oppressed men, which caused an unbalanced society because of women gaining more than what they bargained for when it comes to women's rights. That created a corresponding reaction, which is what to be called MGTOW movement, our today's topic. The MGTOW is an expression for men go their own way. It is a movement that embraces the decision not to have a romantic relationship with any woman, which means no marriage, no intimacy, no long-term relationship of any kind, no financial commitment, and of course no children. There are some individual cases where men decide to live in the woods or remote places as an attempt to isolate themselves from the society which created a burden on them with its unfair treatment. But those are certainly extreme rare cases. The MGTOW men are distinguished by their somewhat masculine, rugged appearance, with muscles and beard, confident body language, strength and determination, contrary to the stereotype of the Western gentleman. In the MGTOW, we also see a lot of anger and enthusiasm for spreading the principles of the movement with the purpose of warning men of the consequences of associating with women. These are those who believe that the MGTOW movement is nothing but a reaction to feminism, as they believe that feminism is a toxic movement that has damaged women and harmed society. There are also those who believe that the MGTOW movement will change the behavior of women by time, and it will restore balance to society because of the feminism which causes women to become superior to men in the society and have gone beyond the limits of seeking equality. The followers of this movement believe that men who marry women and have children with them are ignorant, weak, and failure. That's because of the consequences of marriage on them. The MGTOW believes that the feminism allowed women more rights and created a big mess in relationships, allowing infidelity, financial exploitation during and after marriage, giving women shared wealth with men after divorce, and of course child support. Also, unfair treatment by law enforcement when there is an accusation of intimate partner violence and other crimes, even if they're not supported by any evidence. This is the viewpoint of the followers of this movement, as well as their very negative view of women. Of course, this is the view of the extreme MGTOW movement. There is another group of MGTOW that is more flexible in its ideas and propositions. It adopts the same ideas and principles, but its followers do not seek to spread them. They just live accordingly. From the viewpoint of psychology, this movement may be appropriate for men at the beginning and for a certain time, but it is certainly not applicable in the long run. From the viewpoint of psychology, the movement is considered illogical, because if the problem is a misunderstanding between the two parties, men and women, it's possible to seek help and family therapy. Certainly, the followers of this movement disagree with this opinion because they believe that the problem is in women and their freedom that across the limits, also the rights granted to them, and because of the unjust laws that support women at the expense of men who has become victims of women and society, thanks to the extreme feminism that stripped them of everything, even their manhood. What about you, dear listeners? What do you think about this matter? Do you agree with this movement or what? Personally, I believe that any extreme movement is doing wrong to the society. Moderation is always good in everything. We don't need to separate men and women in order to save them troubles, do we? But we certainly need better laws that protects each parties, good treatment for both sides. Thank you, dear listeners, for listening. See you soon. Greetings and have a good day. Bye bye.